live and watch along with me, Leeds United, because we all love Leeds.
Yo, hello everybody out there. It's me, Gary. Today is I think what are we on today? 4th of March, is it? 4th of March, and it's 11 p.m. local time. So as you know, it's a little bit different for me when I produce anything on this channel. I'm way ahead in terms of time compared to most of the fans, and of course we're going to talk a little bit about today's press conference. So we're going to divide this little podcast, or little show, up into 3 sections. Number 1, we're going to do the press conference. Number 2, have a little discussion about Huddersfield, and then hopefully we'll get on then and talk a little bit about Stoke. And of course, you're going to get the chance to join me as well. I'm going to put the link in the chat in case you do want to join. Now, some of you might notice that I'm doing this one on my own, and there is a good reason for that. I've just been to watch Stuart's video, and yeah, I was going to invite Stuart. Unfortunately, he said he's got the afternoon off and he's cleaning. So in that video, so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and bang this one out myself, and let's see how we get on. Right, so we're going to get started. Today's had a press conference ahead of this match against Stoke. I believe it's on Tuesday. For me, it'll be Wednesday early hours, and it's the usual sort of fluff, but a few things did come up in it, and we'll just talk a little bit about that press conference reaction. So that's the part that we're going to just discuss in this live stream just at the moment. Now, I usually do make, or I can make videos on these, but because of the time of day that they schedule these for, and the fact that they always seem to be infrequent, you know, the different times, different days, it's impossible for us to schedule them at a regular time. So yeah, you know, we'll just do them as and when they come up. And I'm so sorry if that's you and you're joining us a little bit after the time has elapsed for that particular press conference. Right, what did he say? Well, if I get my teeth in, players who were lifted after the disappointing draw against Huddersfield, and he felt that when he went into the dressing room, they were a little bit despondent, a little bit upset with themselves that they didn't manage to get the 3 points there. Like a lot of Leeds fans, Farker as well himself is probably a little bit disappointed and upset that he didn't get that 10 out of 10 record. But he's not going to say that on camera, is he? He's not going to tell them about his disappointment over that. 28 points out of 30 is a superb return for us. And I think, you know, well, I'll tell you what I think about that in a moment. He said that there should have been a sending off before the first goal. It could have been a really valuable point, is what he said. So I think that's right. You know, it was well, we'll talk about that game in a minute again. Relegation teams are probably the most dangerous. This is my opinion at this time of year. If we look in the bottom of the league and see that a few of them have just started to get results, you know, start picking up points on the board, I think this Stoke match is going to be another tough one for us. You know, they're going to be fighting and scrapping for survival. They're 22nd in the league at the minute, and it's going to be a really hard job for us. So yeah, let's get on with that. Stoke will be no different, is what he said. Some news about the injuries. He said that Sam Byram is back to team training. It's possibly too soon for a start. So the suggestion there that we might see Sam Byram coming on in one form or another during this particular match. He was also asked about Wilfred Gnonto, but he kind of evaded that question. And what he did do then is he went on and started talking about the other players. He did describe the players as having bumps and bruises and knocks. So hopefully Wilfred Gnonto, there's nothing too serious there. But if there is, you know, he's not giving it away during that press conference. From what I recall, Jadon Anthony is away for private reasons. It's alleged that it's his mum's funeral, so you know, that's understandable. Hopefully everything goes okay for him. It's a terrible event. I can only, imagine how bad that is for Jadon Anthony. It's not a nice situation at all. Jamie Shackleton, the club are following concussion protocol, and they've said that he's going to have to be out for at least 2 games. So he'll miss this game. He'll miss the next game against Sheffield Wednesday before he can be reconsidered into the fold for the starting 11. Junior Firpo has a what he described as calf problems. I mean, you can only think that is some kind of strain or something along those lines. Hello, Claire. Good evening to you as well. So yeah, I'll put I did have a chat ready to go. I'll just put the link in there, just in case anybody wants to join us, because I think we're at this point now where we're just about wrapping up what Farker actually said. I don't want to sit there and repeat everything that he said, so this is kind of drilling it down into the important stuff and trying to compact it, if you like. Sometimes I think these press conferences, they kind of waffle on a little bit, don't they? No solution to the ball in play. 22 minutes the ball was in play in that first half against Huddersfield Town. And I don't think it mattered really what we did. We just weren't going to break them down on the day. It was a bad day for us. I'll talk more about that at the moment. The players are honest about their performances. So, if they feel that it sounds to me like quite a few of them felt that they were below par, they didn't perform to the normal levels of intensity, the normal levels that they can do, the likes of which we've seen against Chelsea recently, and of course Leicester. It just, I can only feel a bit sorry for them. Not getting that point, not getting those 3 points against Huddersfield. It's a blooming hard place to go, blooming hard derby fixture, and they made it as tough as all boots. So, hats off to them. They got themselves a point. It's their biggest match of season, I think, without a doubt. There's nobody else going to be going to Huddersfield with as big a crowd as what we do, and having that little bit of extra rivalry always brings a bit of extra spice to the occasion, doesn't it? Fark will occasionally said that he might occasionally go in and see what the opposing manager has to say. But overall, he's not really that interested in what the other managers are up to, or what the other teams are up to. He just tries to get his head down, gets himself prepared, gets our team prepared, and make sure the lads are ready to fire on all cylinders when the big day comes. Yes, so let's just talk a little bit about that Huddersfield game. It was a horrendous thing to watch. I know Claire joined us, and obviously Stu, and I remember sitting there thinking to myself, it's just a hard game, and it played right into their hands, didn't it? They did every single thing, every single trick in the book, from taking God knows how long to tie bootlaces, kicking ball away, pushing, shoving, committing fouls, challenges that weren't really that great. And certainly I thought that, there certainly should have been at least one other red card in that match, that Somerville challenge, when they challenged Somerville. I can't remember who it was. Really studs right down back of his calf. It should have been a red card, in my opinion. Should that dangerous foul play, it's just not on. And has no place in the game today, does it? It's horrendous. I'm sure if that kind of challenge had have happened in Premier League and VAR look at it, whoever it is that does it, I think they're going to get a straight red. Is it a valuable point? I said it in the watch along. I said I could understand that there are going to be a lot of people really upset about it, but can we look at it from a positive point of view, that it could actually be a vital point? And I mean, at that point, we didn't know what the other 3 teams were doing, because they were kicking off later on that day. And it turns out, we've gained a point on Leicester. We're still in 3rd place. We're still unbeaten. at home and away this year. And I think we've got to try and think positive, chat. I think we've got to try and think positive and think, we go again against Stoke. Let's go get a win and put another run together. That's the only thing we can do now. There's nothing else that we can do. They will slip up. These teams above us, Ipswich will slip up. Leicester will slip up. Southampton will also have a slip up along the line, along the way between now and the end of the season. Still 11 games. Leicester aren't going to get 11 wins on the bounce. I mean, they've just finished, or they're in the middle of a losing streak at the moment. 3 on the bounce, 3 losses on the bounce for Leicester, and I think that's that's going to take its toll on them. They've got some hard games coming. We look at Ipswich's fixture list, people to say, oh, well, it's easy. It's a piece of cake for them. I don't think there's any easy fixture now. I think it's a case of, they're going to be fighting against lower opposition. Some of those teams are scrapping for the points, and if we look at the QPR result, nobody out there saw that coming. I said at the time, you never know. Just keep calm. Something might happen for us. There could be something happening for us. I think Hermione in chat said at the time there could be slips and gaffes from these other teams in top 4. And sure enough, there was. So we're right in there. We're right in there. We could still win this title. I think we go up as champions. That is the best thing for us. So, man, it's hectic when you're doing one of these on your own. I haven't done one for a while, and we're going to have a little look at Stoke in just a moment or two, because we've got a couple of stats and stuff that we're going to just talk a little bit about and see what the main dangers are. Saeed, I don't know if I can pronounce this name. I might butcher his name. Hakasabanovic, I think it is. That might be wrong. Mark Travers, Andre Vidigal, Mendy Leris, and Ben Pearson are the top rated players for them. So they've got. I mean, Mark Travers is the goalkeeper, but the rest of them, left winger is Hakasabanovic. Vidigal is left midfielder, and Leris is also right midfielder. So Ben Pearson, it's the type of player who they're going to throw up. They're going to try and get corners. They're going to try and get set pieces in and around our box. I think there's probably going to be a bit of time wasting coming up. I think they're probably going to come in for a draw. I don't think I don't see him getting a win, to be brutally honest. Let's have a look at this, mate. Up the Stoke. I'll tell you what. After that, we watched against Huddersfield. I've seen some other streamers that, it should be a walkover piece. I'll tell you what. If we go into that match with any kind of disrespect for Stoke, we're asking for big trouble. We are asking for big trouble. I think we're going to have to put on a professional performance. We're going to have to go out there, do our business, make sure that Stoke are running game. We're going to have to boss the game. And if Stoke do start playing a low block, have we got the answers for them? Because it's something that we've struggled with over the season, actually. If you think about the sides that have come to Ellen Road, Sheffield Wednesday being the worst one when they came to Ellen Road. I think West Brom was another difficult side that came, and really physical outfit to play. I think we're gonna struggle. I mean, Lou, if you want to tell us who are the Stoke players we should be looking out for, and I think if I think rightly, there's been a bit of a turn in results for you for Stoke, hasn't there? So, what's the deal there? Why are Stoke down where they are? Because I remember Stoke, in Premier League, and then obviously they're getting relegated into Championship, and I think, it's a difficult. I always think it's been a bit of a bogey team for us over years. But what's gone wrong with Stoke this year? Why is it the manager? Is it players? Is it a combination of them both? What is the issue there at Stoke? I'd be very interested to find out. So if there are any Stoke fans or streamers that want to come on and tell me what's going on there, we can we could certainly have you on the show and we can talk a little bit about it. But yeah, I think this is going to be a massive fixture for Stoke. It's going to be a massive fixture for us as well. I mean, we'll look at Sheffield Wednesday there, for example. They've got four wins in the last 5, and they're still second from bottom. Stoke are right there. They've got 2 wins out of the last 5. And, the third from bottom at the moment, just behind Huddersfield Town. So if we approach this match like we did that Huddersfield Town game, and we don't start getting after them and putting pressure on a little bit, it's going to be a really another difficult. I think it's going to probably be the most difficult night at Elland Road we've seen for a very, very long time. Unbeaten at home, apparently this season, and of course we've got a lot of wins. So yeah, it's difficult outfit for us. I think it's going to be. Stoke played 35. They've won 10 of those 35. They've drawn, I think it's 8. Lost 17 games. It must be hard being a Stoke fan right now. 33 goals scored, and they've had 48 goals scored against them, giving them a goal difference of -15. And you're pretty much in a 4-way tie with Queen's Park Rangers, Birmingham City, Huddersfield Town. So that's 4 teams on the same points. 3 of them are not in the relegation zone, and they're you're only there by goal difference by the look of it. And in fact, you've got the same goal difference as Huddersfield. So, but I think perhaps because you've had more. Oh, have you had? No, you have. You've had less against you, and perhaps you've not scored as many as Huddersfield. I think. Yeah, Huddersfield have scored 41. Stoke have scored 33. So it looks to me that the only reason you're in relegation zone at minute is because Huddersfield have scored a few more goals than Stoke have. It's gonna be a massive fixture. Hey up, Dave, mate. You all right, mate? Yeah, massive fixture. I think I'm hoping for a win. We'll put my prediction out there. I mean, the last prediction was an absolute shit show, to be quite honest with you. It was 5-0 against Huddersfield Town, and that went terribly wrong, didn't it? Yeah, I think 3-1 Leeds, and I think we might see a bit of a strange one. I think we'll see I think I'm going to go for Glenn Kamara to get first goal. So look, thanks so much for joining. Nobody wants to join us on stream, so I think we're all pretty good and gravy and everything like that there. So look, hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you're new around here and all the rest of it, you bash that sub button and press that like button if you can. That really helps us out. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you for the watch along against Stoke. Whatever it is we play, I'll put something up on the community posts and all the rest of it. Take care, and I'll see you then. MOT.